everyone, welcome back to Scent and Moments channel. My name is João Lima and today I want to do a different type of video. Instead of doing the usual fragrance review or the unboxing, first impression, why not having just a fragrance chat? And in this case will be about your and also mine unpopular opinion about fragrances. So I started this topic on my Instagram account, and because I received quite good feedback and it was created a nice and healthy discussion about fragrances in general, fragrance brands. And what do I mean with unpopular opinion? Of course, in fragrances I will like certain fragrances that you might not enjoy, and vice versa, for different types of reasons, skin chemistry, a scent memory, or scented moment, or scent moments. There's a lot of reasons that will lead me to love or hate a fragrance, as with you. But in the fragrance community, you have this kind of standard opinions, such as Aventus being the king of fragrances, or I don't know, Bernardo is the king of spring. Tom Ford Private Blend is the best private blend collection in the designer brand. Opinions like that, and of course, all of us have different opinions about brands, about fragrances. We might agree, but we also will disagree. So, what do you disagree on these standard opinions? As for me, I will not name my unpopular opinions that I wrote on my Instagram post, just because I don't want to repeat myself, and of course,
it's a way that you could see my Instagram.
But other than that, of course, I have other different type of unpopular opinions. So let's start. First, let's talk about Bleecker Street. For me, Bleecker Street, it's simply overrated to the top. And why? I just had the opportunity to have an experience with the scent a couple of times, but in those couple of occasions, I mean, it's a good smelling scent, don't get me wrong, but for the price tag, over 200 euros, even in duty free, it's way too much for what it offers, because it's a fresh, green, slightly fruity fragrance with moderate performance, and that's it. And everyone talking about Bleecker Street in the spring, like everyone's talking about Bleecker Street like one of the best spring fragrances ever created. Not really, at least in my opinion. For the price tag, I mean, you have that opening, that blueberry opening, but it's so tamed and fades away very quickly. And then you have this greenish, fresh, slightly woody scent that just doesn't wow me, at least for me. That's one. Second, by Kilian. Man, that house, it's so overpriced that it hurts. And they admit it. I mean, just take this as an example, single malt. And actually I have single malt on my wish list, such as Sacred Wood. These are just the two fragrances that I really want and really love from by Kilian. The rest I would toss them up, and that's it. But take an example of single malt. 265 euros. Of course, you have that very fancy presentation, but it's a 50 ml, and they have the same scent, the exactly same scent, the exactly same amount, in a refill bottle. And the price is 165 euros. So basically you are paying 100 euros more just for presentation itself. Not talking about the profit margin that they have, so which leads me to say that price doesn't come with quality. Just because if you are paying a 1000 euros fragrance doesn't mean that it's the best quality you will ever get. Hashtag Rochadov. But to each his own. That's just my opinion. But again, I have two fragrances that I really want from Baikilan, but in general I think the brand is super overpriced, and which leads me to think that maybe their scents, their ingredients are not that high of quality. But well, that's how it works. And because I don't want to bother you anymore of these unpopular opinions of mine, I will just name another one. It's about reformulations. Yes, that monster of the Frag. I think the reformulation topic, it's getting just too much, way too much. I mean, they do exist. Reformulations do exist for several reasons. Profit, restrictions, ingredients, well, they exist, but just because a fragrance or scent was reformulated doesn't mean that it's bad. It will start to be bad. I mean, take an example of Eau Sauvage Parfum, the 2017 version. It's quite good. I mean, it's fresher, it's not that dense, but it's more versatile. And the scent character still continues to be the same. So that just saying that reformulation do exist, but it doesn't mean that will ruin the fragrance entirely. Of course, you have a couple or a bit more examples that really ruin the fragrance, but in general, like for example, take an example of Jubilation 25, which I had the opportunity to try the vintage, and I have the current formulation, and the vintage for me was less fruity than the current formulation, but that was it. So what's the point of talking and just crying about reformulations when in the end you might be not even notice the difference? Even there was a couple of days ago I saw this post in the fragrance group, and there was this guy, he was searching for Tom Ford Plum Japonais, which I totally love, but there was this other dude and he just commented,
"Be careful, that scent was crazy reformulated."
Why? I mean, why saying that? Based on what grounds? The scent is different? Where did you saw it? Because then you have this kind of people who want to say that a certain fragrance was reformulated when no one is talking about that. And the scent, it's just fine, just smells amazing and still performs amazingly. But you have still those kind of topics and people just like asking,
"Oh, was this fragrance reformulated? Oh, was this fragrance reformulated? Oh, be careful, this was reformulated."
Chill. You will not stop smelling amazing, and the scent will still perform. At least for 4-5 hours it will perform. So just let's get easy in the reformulations, because it's not that bad, and most of occasions you will not even notice it was reformulated. So guys, I hope you enjoyed, and let's do a tag video. Let's make this a tag video. Why not? I want to hear everyone's opinion if, well, someone will see this video. I want to know my fellow YouTubers, fragrance lovers, what are their unpopular opinions about fragrances? I will tag Mark from Rogue08 channel, of course it's the Fragrance Guru, and I will also tag Joy Amin. So guys, I hope you see this video, and I really want to know your unpopular opinion. And to all of you who is watching this video, thank you so much, and please don't kill me. Ciao.